Probably one-on-one, man-to-man. What you are doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I beg you. Kanye West replied, well, if you want to see me, come to Sunday service. Then Pete Davidson replied with, this isn't public, dude. I'm not here for pictures and press, which is obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I wish you man up for once in your life. Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be happy and at peace. You have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which Dave wanted to do for months. And he continues on. I've stopped stand-up comedians, and I've stopped stand-up comedians anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be happy and so at peace. You have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL, and of course, if I'm talking about or making fun of you, which Dave wanted to do for months, I've stopped stand-up comedians from doing bits about you because I don't want the father of my girls' kids to look bad out there. Have your back even though you treat me like shit because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm going to stop being nice. And and that's it. That's it for that right there. And man, it's like, come on, Kanye, just stop pressing on this dude. He's just like him. Just that. Settle the shit. Settle it. Nobody wanna see all that, man. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Like Kanye grow up and Pete Davidson stop sending pictures to Kanye. It's rude as fuck. If anything, I'll just block his number. That's just me though. So, but I digress. Let's see, what do we have up next? Next up, BuzzFeed News has it. I tried setting screen time limits on my social media apps, and here's what I learned. We have more on that next. Hello and good morning. You're listening to Casey Genesis in the AM. I'm your host, Casey Genesis. Oh man. I know that was kind of weird that I did what I did before the commercial break or before the ad. I believe my coworker, my colleague, tested me about something. Don't need to get into that, but I just want to say, man, squash the beef. Kanye and Pete, squash the beef. No matter how funny it is to, spread the messiness or help spread the messiness. I know it's bad. It's bad for me. I should know better, but can't really turn away from it if it's right there in front of your face. It's kind of like Will Smith and Jada's relationship. Hey, I'm just calling it how I see it. If the big news outlets, provide articles out to the public, then it's something to talk about. Don't give anyone anything to talk about. It's just me, man. But yeah, hey, moving on. BuzzFeed News. There's an article about setting aside your screen time, your social media apps, and it seems like this guy wrote an article about that. This person wrote an article about that. Sorry for saying guy. I don't know that person, so they could go by anyone. So yeah, let's read more into that, shall we? I tried setting screen time limits on my social media apps, and here's what I learned. Some popular apps like TikTok and Instagram offer additional well-being settings to keep you from doom scrolling past bedtime. But do they really help you put your phone down and get some sleep? You may know the feeling you struggle in the bed after a long day of work, school, or taking care of kiddos and decide to surf through social media for just 5 minutes. Fast forward 30 minutes or even hours later and you're still scrolling. It's so wrong, but it feels so right. Even though you know you'll be a more cranky, sleep deprived version of yourself in the morning. It's a particularly worrisome trend in this digital age, given that more than 70 million people in the U.S. already have chronic sleep problems. A lack of adequate sleep can have an impact on your emotional well-being in the long term. It's linked to a higher risk of health problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. That's not to say that using your phone at night will cause these health problems, but in general, if you feel like you are spending too much time on your phone to the detriment of a good night's sleep or your mental health, there are a few reasons to stop, and some technological features you can use to more easily break the habit. And here's some here why you can't stop scrolling in big bold letters. Whether it's social media, doom scrolling the news, streaming shows, or chatting with friends or family, your phone offers a million tempting reasons to procrastinate when it comes to sleep. Bedtime procrastination is basically going to bed later than you intended, despite having absolutely no good reason to stay up late. It's a common problem. Up to 53% of young adults do it. On some phones, you can't even see the time of day on screen when you're using an app, so it's easy to keep scrolling without noticing the time ticking by. Sort of like how casinos are designed without clocks or windows to keep people gambling until the wee hours. Social media platforms make it very conducive to continuing your engagement, and of course, that's by design to keep you watching. The content is usually amusing or entertaining in a way that doesn't make you want to stop, said Lauren Hill, a professor of family population and preventive medicine at Stony Brook University in New York. The real world is harder than the fake world, and most of us would, given the choice, choose a path at least resistance. All this mental health stimulation ultimately prevents us from winding down and preparing to transition to sleep, according to Dr. Michael Jaffe, director of neurology sleep clinic at the University of Florida. A challenge is that the part of our brain that reinforces behaviors is stimulated by novelty. Social media scrolling always promises something new with the net scroll. Okay, so time out. I often wondered, these problems have anything to do with me. Okay, just me. I work the night shift. If you didn't know, now you know. Especially about complaining for the last few episodes. So I wanted to say even apply to people that work night shift though, Like always after I do my podcast I go straight to bed. But I also step a few more hours. I don't really go to sleep until like 9 or 10 a.m., because before then, like after, putting out the episode for end of a.m., I always scroll, I scroll through news, I scroll through Reddit. I don't really get on Instagram, and I don't even have a TikTok, So I might as well say I don't have an Instagram because I don't really scroll there. I don't have a Facebook. I deactivated that, and it's been like months since I've been on it. You know, and I don't really go on Twitter unless it's advertising my podcast. So I wonder if they still, you know, applies to me. Like of course, like I get off work at 6 a.m. Then of course, I put out the episode for in the a.m. And then I stream a little bit, you know, and then end up falling asleep around 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. And then I don't really wake up until like 5 p.m. But that should be natural, right? Feels like I need to talk to someone about this. I should have went live with this, man. Shit. Maybe some people would come in and let me know. I don't know. Like, it feels like this is something a topic to save for the next day. You know, just a stream for like 30 minutes or so. Hopefully, it'll draw people in. But yeah, man. I want that applies to me because despite me having heart-related issues, I just been having those like since I was a kid. Heart murmur, mitral valve, they caused it, all that stuff. Yeah, ever since I was a kid. So, but I'm in the process of getting treated for that though. But yeah, man, I wonder if it applies to me. I don't know. Feels like this is a good time to end this episode, and maybe I'll come back and talk about this during the daytime instead of like right now. Right now it's like 7 o'clock a.m. and I need to get my ass in bed. So yeah, I'm sorry I had to like cut this episode kind of short. Yeah, I'll see about it though. Definitely, man. Because it feels like I need to talk about this. So yeah, with that being said, take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, which I should do as well. Now, see you guys next time.